All right, well, hello everyone. It is Austin, and I wanted to film a recap. I'm recording this late on Friday night. I have work during the day most days, so sometimes it's hard to get a recap in, but I wanted to do one today, and I ended up 358 today, and I'll show you guys how March is looking here. This is what March looks like so far, so nothing too crazy, but compared to February, I would consider this to be really pretty positive, especially this last week, just coming in. And my goal this week is going to be similar to my goal for next week, which is I made that video called Zoom Out. That one was talking about the charts, zoom out on your charts, because I like to go for trades. I'm in trades 15, 20 minutes an hour, so I like to zoom out. But, my goal for this week is, and last week, and my just overall goal is just zoom out on your trading career. I mean, just zoom out, big picture, and it's just about coming in every day, just nonchalant, come in, and when you see something you like, take it, right? Put your stop in, just trade. Simple trades, right? Low stress, let's just come in and execute, right? I just need to focus on trade management, execution. Those are so crucial. This is all I care about right now. It's just clean trading, right? And so I don't care if I go green or if I go red, but I just want to see stuff that I like. And I think over like last month and all that, I just got too caught up in FOMO, and the market would open up, and I'd have FOMO on certain moves, and that would just lead me into, just the common fears of trading, fear of missing out, fear of losing money, you know, and I just am trying to now approach the market in a different way, and just it's so helpful to just come into the market, watch stocks, wait however long you need. Sometimes I'll see stuff right off the open that I'm like, oh yeah, I got to take this. But when I see it, it's so obvious and then I can do it. But versus when I have that gut feeling of like, oh crap, I can't, I'm FOMOing into this. Like, this probably isn't a good entry, but so you can feel that. You can feel that when you're pressing the buy button or sell button. You can feel that. You can feel the difference. And so in some sense it's easy to identify, but in another it's so difficult. But anyway, all I'm trying to do right now is just be disciplined, man. It's just try to be disciplined and realize that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And I'm really trying to make the kind of P&L swings I had in February. I'm trying to make that a thing of the past. And I don't care the hole that I'm in on February. I don't This is all just the results, right? But this is what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about the results. Um, I'm thinking about every day as part of a bigger project. And even though I lost so much in February, you know, I'm not thinking about how much I need to make back. I'll take a look at it, but that's I'm not gonna make it all back in one day. I mean, obviously I'm not, and that's not even my goal. My account is at where it's at, and I don't want to get caught up in the sunk cost fallacy and all that. So where I'm at is where I'm at, and I'm just gonna pretend like next week is my first week ever day trading. I mean, you should act like that every day, right? My daily goal. I've kind of created a daily goal. It's loose, right? I don't. Sometimes I don't hit it exactly. Sometimes I go over, but my daily goal right now is about 300 bucks, and all that means is, again, I can make more than that. I can make less than that. All that means is that that's kind of how I want to be sized. And I think if I can size according to, okay, I want to make 300 a day. All right, that means on, my first trade, this is how much size I'm going to take, right? Not swinging for the fences. Doesn't mean that if I see something I really, 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 really like, there might be times where I step up to the plate and take bigger size, but it's got to be in according proportional to how well I like the trade, right? If it's a 5-star trade, I'll take 5-star size. But anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm really trying to forget about the numbers a little bit, forget about the results, and just stick to the charts. So I'll do a recap for today, and I was just really both of these trades were bummers by all means. I finished today up 358. I'm happy with that. But I'll go over both these trades, and you'll see both of them were kind of a bummer. So you'll see here on Microsoft, I really liked this setup, and this is obviously a 1 minute chart, but more and more I realize, I really should be looking at least 3 minute or at least something higher up because I like to hold my trades for longer amounts of time. So if you like to hold your trades for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, 30 minutes up, sometimes an hour, right? Sometimes I go an hour plus on some of my trades. So it helps to look at higher time frames. So that's why I have this whole multi-time frame thing going on, and I've talked about that a bunch of times. But touching new highs here, fresh highs from yesterday, huge run yesterday, and nice consolidation overnight, like really no signs of kind of slowing down. This looks nice. So this is the classic surge, bull flag, consolidate, and then pick back up again. So that was what I was going for. Fresh highs being made here right before the bell, and then a nice 3 minute candle here to start the day, kind of holding this level right here. These are small little levels here, not much to work with, but wicking down and then closing here. And so I got long and then I added as it started to come up here. So if I look at the 1 minute, I can get a better sense of right exactly what I was doing here. So I got long right here. There was a couple candle pullback and then bam, VWAP bouncing, and then I added, which was really nice. So that's what I like to do is when it's something going in my way, I'll add early on it, size up a little bit more. All right, this is doing what I want, I'm in. Right? Versus a year ago plus, not even a year ago, but my thing has always been I'm in with my full size immediately where I take the trade, and then I'll take a full stop out, or as it starts to go in my favor, I'll only ever really get out of my position. Well, I wanted that to kind of I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to really do the opposite. What I should be doing is when it's going my way, I get in more, I buy more, I buy more. The more goes in your way, the more the market's telling you this is working, and the more size you want to add. Man, that can be stressful, right? When you're adding up here, you're raising your you're averaging up, right? Everyone always talks about averaging down. No one ever talks about averaging up. But that's the man, that's the alpha play. The alpha play is I'm out here averaging up. You're averaging down because you're in a losing position and you want to lower your cost basis. Oh, you're losing, but you want to keep losing and you want to put more size on. I can't tell you that's been what I've done for the last couple years. I'm trying to break out of that cycle. It's not going to be easy, but then you get stuff like this, right? So it comes up, I take profit, I take some more profit. It starts to come down against me, and I'm having to stop out on my second half for basically break even as this thing starts to melt back down. I did think there was a chance that this was going to come back up through the highs. I'm not too surprised that it really did have that run after that, but come on, what am I going to do as this thing just starts to crash out on me? So I really was like, I'll just get out break even. I knew I was green on it. No reason to let that position go red on me. So that's what I decided to do, even though, if you think about where the stop really should be on this, I think there's a good case to be made that just under 278 is a good spot. In fact, that's where I had it when I first took the position. I threw my stop under 278. That would have been a good spot to get out, and you would have stayed in the trade. So the technicals work for you. The market tries to help you. If you get stopped out here, you're probably supposed to get stopped out. It'll probably keep running. So just put your stop where it belongs, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not, it's not. But in this case, if you put your stop where it's really meant to be, I think you would have been all right. Now let's take a look over at Meta. And this one I was really so this one I took I don't know 10 minutes after that Microsoft one, and I saw this and I was like, ooh, I really really like this, and I'm definitely surprised that it did not go even just a little bit higher there. But this one I did take kind of the full size all at once. I went in for 300 shares. I think I had a moment of like when I took the position, I think sometimes a few months ago I would take 300 would be kind of a moderate size for me on this stock. So 500 would be more of a full position. I've taken 600, maybe as much as 700 shares on this stock before, but given its ranges recently, I think I had a moment of like, oh, we're not in these, little doji days over here. We're in the trend legs here. So that means that when you have a bigger range, right, that smaller size is going to be bigger. So you look at these candles are going to be bigger than they were back here. So anyway, there was some chop, but look at this basing. Nice wick here coming up, basing, and then notice this little this pivot low right here. just right picking up right in front of this low. This looks like a nice triple bottom to me. So I was liking this. Comes up, dips, bam, I'm in on the dip. I was in a little early 28 right there at VWAP. It came down a little bit. This candle was super interesting. I remember it was going red. It was showing red for like 30 seconds, trying to go red, and then wham, just in a couple seconds, just right back up. That would have been the moment to add because I saw that, and then this candle went red and then flipped back to green. That would have been another moment where you could, if I, you could add there. In hindsight, I should have done it. That's the alpha play, right? Add. It's going your way. Add, or you can even add as it starts to come up here, but. Anyway, so then it did move uh, up here nicely, and I got out half the position. I was really looking for that solid break over 202. Meta yesterday had a crazy squeeze, so I thought, why can't we see a little bit of that today? And especially with this nice pattern. Choppy action here. It was trying, and then it started to accelerate. And I've seen it so many times. When this thing starts to pick up, I was like, this thing is going to start to squeeze over 202, 203. Here we go. I wasn't, needing some big trend day on this. I mean, I know it's gapping down. I didn't think it was going to trend all day, but I thought maybe we'd have just a quick squeeze up through to 203 or something like that, but that did not happen. So just like Microsoft, wham, back down, and I got out the other half break even. So two very similar trades in that sense, but I ended up getting out and locking up about 200 bucks on that one. So anyway, two like trades where they're a little frustrating, but the second it starts to go against me, I'm out. I'm not interested in taking it to red. And in this case, that ended up being a good move because you hold this and it really never comes back. So anyway, those were the trades I took today. And then earlier this week, I had a lot of other kind of similar days where I'm not going for home runs, but you see the trade amounts here better than last week. Here's a day where I took 15 trades. I think I was down probably a lot that day. Here's a day I'm down 900 on 8 trades here, trying to get the trades down a little bit more. Trying to get down. This day I just took some small size trades in the afternoon, so that bumped the number there. But anyway, um, I consider this probably my best week in the last 2 months. So I didn't make a lot of money, but I've got one red day where I lost $36 and packed it up. And other than that, I was making money every day. And so if I can just come and just grow my account gradually like this, I don't, it's fine. I don't need to. I used to be, I've been constantly, last month, whatever. I've always been thinking about, oh, those days, those months in the past where I just was going crazy. I was, making 1,000 every day, and I had months. My best month ever, I made 12,000 in one month. This month's not going to be anything like that. I'll be lucky to make 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, anywhere in there. I'd be lucky to make that much. But what I failed to recognize is we're I the setups aren't there. This the, it's all about how well your strategy aligns with uh the market right now, right? And so those months where I was able to hit it out of the park, what I was looking for every day in the market, I could see it clearly and I could hit a home run on it and I could step up to the plate and I felt confident, I felt good, and I was sizing up and I was doing well. This isn't that market for me anymore. I can see setups here and there. It's good, but like on Meta, Microsoft, those things come down against me. I've got to get out what I can, and I'm just trying to scrape. And so when I see something really, really good, I'd like to hit a home run on it, but it's good to take profits quickly. We're still in that kind of market, so it's just not the same market where in 2021 or whatever where you could get that crazy momentum. That being said, I have seen setups play out in the last couple of weeks where oh boy, those are the ones I missed. Like I have seen a few where I'm like, how did I not hammer that? I can't believe it. Particularly on Tesla, there have been a couple short plays that there was one today, I believe today. Yeah, literally today on Tesla. Take a look at this. Um, oh my God. I mean, this is just like, are you kidding me? The fact that I'm not hitting a home run right here as this wicks up into 186 pre-market high right where I've got my resistance drawn. I did not draw that today. That was there. Wicks right up into it. It just so happened that I was not watching this stock at that time. And anyway, Wow, wow. You short that at 186, you get a quick $4 a share. I mean, not quick, but well, you get one, two, three, four in 4 minutes. You're up, $3, $2.50 a share, $3 a share. It doesn't come any easier than that. So every once in a while you'll see a setup like that. I mean, and then if you really hold it, oh my goodness. But I just wasn't watching it at that time. I just, and so I just didn't trade this one today. I usually trade Tesla, but anyway. So sometimes I have been seeing setups like this where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. But I didn't lose money on it, so whatever. And there'll be more. There's always going to be another setup. There's always going to be another play like that. But you have to be patient and not try to force it. Stop trying. I gotta stop trying to force setups that aren't there. But anyway, I've had this kind of moment where I'm just thinking about, and I encourage everyone to do this too. Think about where you are in your trading journey right now. Are you in a big drawdown like I am? Or are you at all-time highs? If you're at highs and you're making crazy money in this market, that's awesome. But use this as a moment to just recognize that can change very quickly. So be prepared when it does. Because I wasn't. Because last February I acted like if you get caught off guard like that, the market will take everything back and more because you won't be prepared. And so when you're constantly winning, that's when you're most vulnerable to big loss because you forget about your risk management. So don't forget about your risk management. If you start to go red on a day, and you're not used to that, right? You're not used to that feeling. You keep winning, you're not used to going red. So you start to go red on a day and you're like, okay, no, no, this isn't right. Like I'm supposed to go green. I'm supposed to go green every day, you know? And obviously you're not saying that, but it's that subconscious mentality that you're always trying to go green. So be aware of that. Be self-aware and cut it and go, no, no, I'm a professional. I'm a pro and stop trading. I think most people have an easier time with it than I do. I am stubborn as hell, so I like to sit here and I don't like to lose, man. So I sit here and I'll try to make it back. But those days are over. At least that's what I'd like to believe. So, the next day I go red, right? It's like, okay, this is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm down 300 right now. No, no big deal. Down 300. If I hit my daily goal tomorrow, I can make that back in one day, right? But do I really want to sit here when I'm emotionally compromised, right? Take another trade, go down 500, then 800, right? Then 1,000, then 1,500, 2,000. I mean, dude, I can't tell you how many times that's happened. It's like ridiculous to say, but um, that happened to me last month, like 4 or 5 times. So anyway, um, the thing is, I'm not even embarrassed to show how bad my trading was in February. When I made that video, I was, but that's what I'm saying is, even just in the last couple weeks, I've been reading, I've been watching stuff, and it's not even embarrassing anymore to me because all of the great professional traders, day traders out there, they all have stories like that. Some of them it took them a full decade plus to even become profitable by any by any stretch. And you know, February was terrible, but look, it's March right now, and I can still be green on the year. We still got 9 more months, and so I'm not even I don't I'm not embarrassed in the slightest by it because I just know that it's it's just part of my trading journey. I mean, I'm 23 years old. By the time I'm 30, I, or next year I probably won't even remember, or I'll probably remember, but I won't be talking about what happened this February most likely, because I just want to take it one day at a time. And the best traders aren't flashy. They're not out here saying, "Oh, I made 10% on my account today, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day." That's not realistic. That's not what trading looks like. And so being a good trader means sticking to your rules. It means being right against the market more than you're wrong. It has nothing to do with your P&L and L and your results. So I'm not going to let one bad month, or really even in that month, it was one bad day, really, that took the month, made the month twice as bad as it would have been without that one day. So it's like I'm not going to let that define me. At the end of the day, your P&L is what matters, but it's all a learning experience. And I'm reading. I'm sure My headset died there, but I was saying, I'm sure some of you have read this book, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, and I'm also read Trading in the Zone. I don't know that I finished Trading in the Zone. I think I got about halfway through or something like that. But anyway, you watch Mark Douglas, whatever. And so it's like your results aren't what matter. It's about consistency. That's what makes a pro is consistency. And so that's what I'm trying to get to. And I realized that just, 200-300 a day can can really grow your account quickly. So I'm at where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm really I feel good. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I know that next day is going to come. That day is going to come where my first trade of the day goes red. Then maybe I take one more that goes red, and there's going to be that next day where I'm sitting down 300-400, and I have that moment of pause, right, where I get that urge to take another trade. That, if I can just beat that, and it doesn't seem hard, but that has been my downfall in trading. Period. If I beat that, that's it. That's it. If I can just call it quits when I'm down 2, 3, 400 on the day, then I have nothing to worry about. Because at that point, I would never lose more than that in a single day. And if that were the case, oh man, my equity curve would look so much better. It'd be pretty much a linear line to the upside. Anyway, all right, I've ranted on too much here, but I hope it's helpful for some people. And I know I hadn't made it a recap in a while, so I wanted to show you guys the week and today's trades, and that's going to be it. I know I'm not out here making, putting four figures out there, um, which maybe that will come one of these days. Again, if I see something I really like, I'll step up to the plate more, but I'm not in this to do that every day. I'm not out here trying to yell and scream at the screen, and no, I'm trying to come here and watch stock, watch price, and have fun with it, but feel good putting stops in, putting take profits in, getting back to, the analysis isn't really that hard. It's so easy for me to see stuff now and just be like, oh yeah, this is something I buy. This is something I short right here. This is what I do. I've seen this, I take it. And so when something goes against, when you take that, right, you put your stop in, you put your take profit in, and when it goes against you, it's not the market, trying to, you know, stop getting frustrated. It's just a probabilities game, man. It's just a probabilities game over time, and that's the key. So come on, wake up, traders. Stop trying to, stop trying to get there, in a week or in a day. You don't have to put some crazy play on every day, right? Start today. Start today chipping at it, chipping at it. Because if you don't, you'll come back in a year and wish you had. Because if you just keep trying to swing for the fences, it's it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And trust me, when it's time to step up to the plate, you'll know. You'll know. You'll see the setups that you are like. I mean, I know because I see the setup and I'm like, this is where I go big, and I know it because I know the setups. At least when you get that much exposure, it's like you have an internal tier list of like, oh, this is a tier one trade. I take small size here, but I do take it. Good enough to take, but not, I'm not stepping up to the plate huge here. Versus, ooh, you don't see this very often. This is a no-brainer. I'm going in big here. I would categorize that move I just showed on Tesla today as one of those. This is a no-brainer. I just didn't see it. I just wasn't watching it. Usually I would be, but I just wasn't watching it. But to me, that's a no-brainer. Look at that. Anyway, all right, that's it from me, guys. Hopefully, I'll have a recap middle of next week or sometime next week. And man, I really just hope I can execute exactly what I did this week. I want to do it again next week. My goal for next week, if I make $1,000, that would be great. That would be great. That'd be fantastic. So I've never set a P&L goal that low. I don't really set P&L goals. I'm just saying that to demonstrate that that's not my I'm not thinking in terms of P&L really at all. I just want consistency. All right, that's it. Have a good weekend.